And welcome back. Hope folks are enjoying our Marvel Midnight Suns playthrough. This is, I think, our third episode. So, we had some issues with the previous two recordings where I think it was some spatial audio related issues. Not sure what caused that, but it looks like we've got a nice workaround for it. We've been testing it the last week or so and it seems fine. So, fingers crossed. Hopefully audio levels and everything is fine and we can actually now follow the dialogue. So yeah, if folks are enjoying the series, please leave a like, leave some comments about what folks feel that we can improve. Some feedback is always nice to get. So I think with that being said, let's continue where we left off. The first episodes we beat Venom and we also went on our first mission to retrieve something or the other. I can't remember. I'm getting old. Memory is fading, so we'll just accept that and then move on. Let's have a look here. Superlink. So Nico is messaging us. Let's have a look here. So Nico wants to hang out. And we're just going to tell her that we're sleepy. Check the door. Someone's there. I mean, I assume that's what the knock means.
Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes?
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask later magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or
Making friends.
quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
Nico, I was just Hydra bombed. I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I, keep seeing Wanda. She... Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of ancient wonders a little?
She's a weird one. We've got the map. Let's quickly see hero-wise if there's anything interesting here for us. I don't actually know when we can upgrade stuff. Let's not worry about that right now. Map. There's Charlie, our little Cerberus hound. I don't know where we should be going. Let's follow the thing. Oh, there she goes.
As long as Caretaker doesn't come up with some busy work in the meantime, I'm perfectly fine here at home. Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, we can start you out with one of my favorites.
So we've gone from
I
strategy
know this
deck
entire
builder to
situation's gotta
Sims.
suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
That's terrible. Get more facing it. That's terrible. What about your father?
Sorry to hear you
It's
went
being
through
pathetic.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
Lilith gave birth to me, but Caretaker was my true mother.
Right, so your adoptive mom raised you to kill your birth mom. You'll fit in perfectly. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. I won't forget it.
We got some friendship.
So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything.
Rainbows and unicorns.
Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
What the Staff of One? Let's just go for now. Let's get into some action.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
Maybe we're slightly rude there,
I'm
but
glad to
we
see
want
you're using your free time
to get
productively.
into the action.
Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
to stand still is to move back.
You got that one from Agatha. She used to say it all the time. I always preferred, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Used to.
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know, Agatha, she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible.
That's sad.
She was so...
Fierce, indomitable, or maybe just kind to a fault.
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that, but it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The MidnightSuns' latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
What are these icons?
Wanda's powers were so out of control they cost a life. Your decision may have saved lives, if not the entire Abbey.
I like to believe that, especially given her current situation.
It seems like that might
Wanda,
come back to bite us.
Agatha, it seems we have lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Ooh, darkness. The hunter can follow the path of light or dark through choice and make an abbey and the ability they use in the cabinet. Path rewards can be unlocked. How was that the darkness one? Interesting. Follow Charlie to the shrine. Hey Charlie. Charlie! We're going to Rainbow Mountain? Who's the blue lady? It's
Agatha.
Agatha.
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
She went boom.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Bloodgate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Those were famous last words. Where do we go? There you go. Just follow the teleporting blue lady. This feels ominous, to be honest. You just punched a hole in a
This
rock.
ominous-looking portal is known as a blood gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Bloodgate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
That is something.
And through the portal we go. Brought the Elder Gods of Thur. Open the way to location. Part beginner player level 1, current player level 3. I mean, this seems like an easy challenge. Maybe those were famous last words on my end.
Not what you were expecting, is it? There was a time when the blood stood within these celestial halls to prove their worth. This particular arena belongs to a goddess who often favored Sarah, Ashtur.
Sarah, caretaker, was here?
Nothing ever comes easy, dear. The Elder Gods felt their descendants needed to earn their blessings, which is why they created these trials to begin with.
Trials? I should have known.
This entire realm exists for that purpose. Trial by combat, with no chance of outside interference.
And this is my challenge.
Yes, but I may have found a loophole they never considered. Why don't you try summoning your four-legged friend?
Charlie?
Charlie?
The old gods are responsible for a great many creations, including your faithful companion. I think even they tend to forget that. Good luck, dear.
Defeat all enemies to complete the encounter.
As the goddess of balance and order, Ashtur was sometimes called the giver of justice. You can expect a fair fight, or at
Apply
least
mark
her
to
idea.
each enemy in the area. What is marked? Refines a card in KO. So this seems like it's a good use. KO draw cards so quick. So I think we should do, but all of those are gonna get KO'd in any case. Gonna get a bunch of value from that regardless.
Now that was something.
Mole. So the hunter we can move, but then Fricky there is gonna die, so let's do that.
You were too weak for this fight.
Then we can take out those three.
Their time.
We nicely missed our friend. He can apply vulnerable, increases damage taken from attacks.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
It was nice, efficient clear so far. We can only hit one of these guys, so let's do that.
Your mother abandons you.
Let's redraw. And then, yeah, sure, this is the one we want.
Had your chance.
That's a great turn.
Feel my call.
Good girl, Charlie. Oh, and you too, Hunter. You finished this trial, but don't worry. The other gods are waiting.
That's a quick win for us. Gameplay to Bolt Nico's combat therapy upgrade to your heal hero injuries in a single day. damage carries over from multiple fights. Not sure how I feel about that. Into the scary spider tunnel we go. Eldritch artifact, Elder artifact. Sure, I mean this is the obvious choice. Author's gift allows magical locks and gates to be opened. Open will now allow you to access new areas of the Abbey and its grounds, which are locked by magical means. Okay.
Sarah was right to be wary of this place. But it's your birthright, and I think after everything you've been through, you can handle it now. The two of you, as well as your mother, are the last of your kind, the Blood. Your lineage follows an unbroken line to the old gods themselves. And if you call upon them, you might just find they're actually listening. They won't work miracles for you, but their blessings can be quite useful in the right circumstance. Why don't you ask the goddess Ashtur for her aid in dealing with that barrier over there?
To the barrier we go. Words of power are magical incantations that hunter can use on the Abbey grounds. Use words of power, hold spacebar. Shazam!
Ashtur smiles upon me.
Oh, there's a chest here. Oh, let's not jump. I need arcane keys. Where do I get those? Oh, and so we get to the outside again.
After all this time, it's still just as beautiful as the first time I laid eyes on it. It's hard to believe Lilith and Caretaker brought this place all the way from Transia. Of course, it was no coincidence that they wound up so close to Salem. This area is particularly attuned to the forces of magic. That's why the Elder God's influence was so prevalent here. And why our sanctuary here has remained all but impregnable over the centuries. And now I'm rambling on like an old sorcerer supreme. Why don't you come see me in the library tomorrow night? Oh, and let's keep this just between the two of us for now. I'm afraid Sarah, Caretaker, isn't ready to see me yet. Good night, Hunter.
Now we're back in the room. There's a new gamma. It says we can interact here. Room upgrades. It's a fine one-night stand. I don't know what that does, to be honest. Does this only just make it pretty for us? Sure. Don't know why we need that. Do we need to do that? Where do we go on the map? There's arcane chest there. Where do we go? It says... there we go.
Hang on. Hunter, please come to the forge at your earliest convenience. Again, that's Hunter to the forge.
I'm coming. Simmer down.
Hunter, just in time. His Royal Weirdness and I were deciding what to do with that nasty little Hydra gift box you found.
Ah, yes. The spooky crate?
The very one. Though it is far from any mere container, I assure you. I am detecting powerful emanations from inside. If this is a sign of what Hydra is after, I fear we are all in grave danger.
My offer still stands. I could fly the thing up and nuke it in orbit. Only way to be sure.
Or we could open it, Tony, and perhaps use the mystical energies I sense inside to our advantage.
Yeah, I heard a "we" in there. Green goopy gamma serums are one thing. I'm not opening boxes full of mummy curses.
You don't have to.
It's like Indiana
Hunter,
Jones.
if you'll allow me.
Your second funeral, boss.
This is the second game in a bit that it feels like Indiana Jones plotline. So let's quickly have a look here. So
What if Hydra is now working to acquire mystical antiquities, then our situation is very dire indeed. We need to find a way to gain the upper hand.
And you think you can do it with whatever's in the container?
Tony has one of the greatest scientific minds that I've ever seen. I, of course, have an unparalleled understanding of the mystic arts. I have no doubt that we can find a way to research whatever we find in there and have it work in our favor. I just wonder what it could be.
so anything with Hydra's foul taint really give us an advantage. I want you to make something powerful.
I hope the two of you create something powerful. I want to stop Lilith quickly and decisively.
As I said, I'm sure it can help us. I just need to convince Tony to set his ego aside. His discomfort with the esoteric nature of the arcane might be a problem.
But Tony's eccentricities aside, I know you can make this work.
Right now, with the sanctum out of my reach, I'm fighting with one hand tied behind my back. Metaphorically, that is. If I can find items to research, I can give the Midnight Suns every possible advantage over Lilith and her disciples.
I look forward to seeing what you come up with.
Me too, Hunter. Now, all this talk is going nowhere unless we can get this container open and study what's inside. Step up to the anvil, Hunter. It doesn't bite.
It doesn't bite. Let's interact with this thing.
Found another artifact, Hunter? Ah, this should be easy. By the hoary hosts of Hoggoth, I can hardly believe it.
What? Is it worse than you expected?
No, it's totally unexpected. It's the Eternity Dagger. This was in a place of honor in my bedchamber in the Sanctum for years. The Sanctum Sanctorum is no common domicile to be burglared. These barbarians have no idea what they possessed.
Or perhaps they did. Maybe these artifacts are exactly what Faustus and my mother were after to begin with.
A distressing thought. If they had my dagger, then who knows what others of my priceless possessions have passed through their greedy fingers. The cube of nothingness. The tear of Profia, and most worrisome of all.
Your toothbrush? You, had a little coffee thing going on this morning with your breath?
Oh, Tony.
Sorry. Doc's right, Hunter. I drank 3 glasses of holy water just to walk through the Sanctum's front door. Place is like a doomsday vault for all sorts of supernatural nastiness. We need to put a lid on this mess. Pronto.
I believe Carol is already working on it.
At last. Now that this artifact has been returned to its proper owner, we shall see if we can make use of the mystic forces contained within. To be fair,
Nice.
it does look interesting, at least.
Don't know what those do, but we got things. And we got a research level. Nice. Research projects take 1 day to complete, but grant powerful powerful rewards like room upgrades, combat as your outfit. Cool. Supernatural fabrication. Craft powerful single-use combat items, increase ability options, and I mean I like this one. Let's start research on that. Research is now in progress, return to tomorrow morning. Cool, and we've got another gamma
So,
quill
how's the
thing.
whole saving the world thing going? No problem. I feel like I could automate this process and take myself out of the loop here. You're welcome, Hunter.
Cool. So we'll knock back, knee, savage if a target has block. Nice. That's not bad. Selectability. So we already have one of these. We already have this. So I think this is actually a nice one for some of those beefy bosses. Already do this.
The research is progressing.
Cool. Let's see if we can go fight someone. You've gained new comp ability for Euro. Open the Euro screen to equip the new ability. Tabs Euro screen can be opened. Pressing 1. Equip and salvage. Ability can be equipped or swapped with the cards already in Euro's combat deck. Unused ability should be salvaged for essence, which is required for upgrades. Cool, we're not going to do that right now. Edit deck. Euros must have 8 abilities equipped in the combat deck. To equip new abilities, you must first. So, I mean, like that. I think we're gonna remove the quick strike. And then add the savage. Confirm. Might be good, might be bad.
Hey Hunter,
We will not know.
got a sec to spare?
What is this?
Oh, it just gives us an arcane knight. It's a cloak, my bad boy.
You moving into the forge, Hunter?
Moon Knight hides his true identity. Oh, it's a tarot card, whatever that is. There's more stuff for us to collect.
You've been here more in the past few days than I have since ever. The forge is pretty badass, but the creature trapped inside riles up my own inner demon. Speaking of, there's something you should know about me.
You are bonded with a spirit of vengeance?
Damn, you're good. How could you tell?
You are not the first spirit of vengeance to join the Midnight Suns. I fought beside another, just a few days... 3 centuries ago.
You're old, boy.
Oh, man, sometimes when I have crap to work through, I like to get my blood pumping. Why don't we hit the yard for a sparring session? I know Sparky's excited to meet you.
Sparky?
That's what I call my spirit of vengeance. His real name is something you'd see written on a symbol, but with like 12 apostrophes. Also, he's not allowed inside after the incident with caretaker Sumerian Sofa.
Look forward to it.
It would be my honor to spar with a spirit of vengeance.
Wow, he's real excited. Never thought he'd get bouncy, but here we are. Okay, let's do this. I'll get Blake to set things up. Won't take a minute.
I will head to the yard. When you and Sparky trade places, what does he look like?
He's the guy with the flaming metal skull and hellfire chains. Kinda hard to miss.
Sounds like Ghost Rider.
Interesting.
All these stuff and things. Another tarot card. Interesting. Okay, let's go fight. This has been a slow start to this episode, so yeah, let's just go out
Hunter,
and...
ready to get your burn on? I'm talking training with Ghost Rider.
That is Ghost Rider.
Vengeance train the hardest.
Daily sparring.
Like playing with
Every day Dante can choose a new partner to spar with, resulting in increased friendship and unique rewards. Sure.
Maybe you should be the spirit of vengeance.
Caretaker could have at least left me a chair.
Didn't actually spar. That's disappointing.
Ready for more?
We can upgrade quick strike. Target has bleed. If target has bleed, that's
Hunter,
nice.
report to the war room. We've got a mission.
Yay! We got stuff and things we can do.
You called for me, Captain?
Keep telling ya, Carol works too, but yeah, I did. Now that Tony's finally starting to get a handle on his gremlin problem, I've been able to put Central to good use. Got a lead on some particularly gnarly Hydra operations happening in the city. But we need to move fast if we want to intercept them in time.
Then let's get going.
My thoughts exactly. There's just one problem, though. We seem to have lost our gatekeeper, Magic.
Lost?
Well, I updated her on the mission. She said something I can only assume to be a prolific swear word in Russian and disappeared. Literally. And with no magic...
There's no passage to New York. Or anywhere for that matter.
Now you see my problem.
Yeah, I mean,
Do
sure.
not worry, Captain. I will locate and alert her of the team's needs.
There's that can-do, get-it-done, old-timey prophesied savior of humanity attitude I was hoping to see today. Still, you better hurry. Not sure how long Hydra will remain in their current position.
Then I shall make haste.
Yes, you hasten as much as you can, Hunter.
Make haste. And then, where do we go? There's a bunch of folks we can talk
Hello. Not much more I can tell you, Hunter. Though I did hear her mutter something about Wanda right before she poofed away. Maybe that helps.
Thanks, Captain. I shall find her.
Do we have to talk to all these folks? It seems like that.
Nico, do you know where Magic is? We need her.
Let me guess. To open another portal? She's getting a little tired of being the only person here who can do that. Can't say I blame her.
This is serious, Nico. Where is she?
Not sure. But I know she's been looking for Wanda's grimoire, so maybe check in Wanda's room?
Thanks for your help.
That was helpful. We don't have anything here. I mean,
hello, Hunter.
this is a small room compared to what I have. Yep, don't need that. There's more frames. Is that all that we can get from those? Let's speak to the lady.
This room belonged to the Scarlet Witch, did it not?
Wanda. It belongs to Wanda. Let me guess. You are to ask me to do the one thing the others value me for. Opening their precious portal. Well, I am in the middle of something. Come back later.
It is never easy to lose a comrade. I know this too well.
We did not lose Wanda. We let her go. Before any of this started. Wanda's first grimoire. Agatha gave it to her when she was teaching her witchcraft, the dark arts. She was trying to help Wanda control her powers. She would never let me read it. So now I read it.
I don't get why this is the one that actually is the good one, this is the bad one.
That is no child's book. Lose focus for 1 second and be lost completely within its pages. Let me guide you through it.
You do not own the darkness, Hunter. I was also raised within it. So much so I barely remember a time without it. And now Wanda has this in common with us too. I know what she's going through. To come face to face with true evil itself. To be dragged to some hell dimension so hot that your soul is scorched black. Your heart so filled with soot that it chokes out all the bright parts of you, until you are just a dark thing of smoke and ash. I cannot let such a fate happen to her.
We will find her. I can feel it.
And just who will find her? Caretaker? The Avengers? Do not try to fool me with your false empathy, Hunter. I know Caretaker will never waste the resources looking for her.
Ileana, just open the portal.
You are like an Avenger. All you do is take, take, take. You expect too much. Okay, I will open your damn portal. It is times such as this that I wish someone else here could drill holes through space and time. Perhaps Doctor Strange should spend less time tinkering with Tony Stark in the Forge and focus more on his magic. No matter. I will be there when you are ready, Hunter. Goodbye.
Well, I mean, we did try to be nice about this, so... Not really sure what else she expected.
Why, hello, Hunter.
I take it you found our gatekeeper. Then let me explain what's going on. When Hydra isn't preoccupied with world-ending scenarios, they spend a lot of their free time terrorizing the citizens of New York through various low-level operations. It's fairly routine stuff for heroes these days, and worst case, we'll still get some fresh intel in the process. Why don't you check the mirror table and see what we've got on our plate?
Mirror table. Select a mission. Stop Hydra helicopter. I mean, sure. It's time for some action. Combat bonus. Ghost Rider earned a combat bonus from sparring with the Hunter. Add him to the squad to earn a powerful boost at the start of the next mission. Ooh. We don't have any of those. Start the mission with +2 moves. Okay, that's how this works. Can I pick who I want to spar with? I mean, Ghost Rider looks pretty sick. Not gonna lie.
I did the math. It would actually be faster for me to fly.
So what is stopping you?
Shockwave.
Yeet.
We're sending you straight to the coordinates Captain Marvel identified in New York.
Shh. Time to hit stuff with the pointy end of my stick. Target helicopter with attacks to disable it before time runs out. Certain enemies will grant powerful cards when highlight an enemy with a cursor to see which card they will grant.
Looks like Captain Marvel was right on the... heroes.
Target
Target's
an object apply
enough to satiate your appetite for destruction. You insist on meddling further, forcing our hand yet again.
Oh, that's just lovely. Faustus has a radio.
So...
I'm assuming whatever Hydra is attempting to flee with on that chopper is our target. I suggest we stop it and see for ourselves.
Does it mean I take pushes the target direction? Does it mean I take that amount of damage? Yeah, it means I take 17 damage. mean, sure, we can take out this bad boy. Oh, it's his target that takes that amount of damage. Also knockback in direction. Feels like we need to get these bad boys out of the way. Level up. Nice. Let's do the quick one.
Hail that.
Get a card refund slash. That's not gonna do much for us, so let's just redraw this. Forceful knockback. I mean, sure, why not? That just takes out that.
I need a medic here. This is a serious predicament for you.
Oops. We should have applied the other card.
For the mother. Follow my lead.
I'll get you for that.
They really want to get on my bad side.
I'm down to responding.
Ooh, that's nice.
You don't even know what it is you're pursuing. The Gamma Disruptor you so
So we
narrowly
can
escaped
do
with in our last
that.
encounter was only the beginning.
Show yourself to me, Faustus. I will open more than your eyes.
Such ferocious spirit.
Almo.
You truly
Create a
are
drop with
your
an
mother's
increased chance to
child,
KO
Hunter.
enemies for 2 turns. But actually, I think what we want to do is do. We want to actually move here. We can actually do that.
Target's moving.
And then we demolish these guys. We can do this in any direction, so let's just take him out. But he's not out yet. Is he?
So
He's not
that's how
dead.
that works.
So that's knockback. Let's just redraw this, see if we can get a quick one. Drain soul, chain 2. Lifesteal gives all drain souls. We can do. We can do this. And that.
Someone get me out of here.
Go try to know of enemies and foes. He saw me to draw a copy of drained souls, increase range of this guy jump with this passive. We almost got the chopper out, so I think we're good here.
You're mine.
You don't know who you're
Oh,
messing
we need
with.
to heal her.
We'll have to do better than that.
I'm Alpha reinforcing.
This should help. We have the...
The last thing we need is for that pompous buffoon to win today. Stop that chopper, please.
With pleasure.
Overkill.
Weak, even for Hydra.
Attacks will increase damage and cost 1 for 2 turns. So what do we do? So we can do this, which is gonna be nice, but we need, so let's do this. That doesn't help us. Sure, let's do that.
You had your chance to escape. You are lucky to still be breathing.
Should we just gone for the chopper more aggressively? It seems like it.
That should keep them grounded. Now let's get everything back to the Abbey for analysis.
Such arrogance. Our brave soldiers will never allow you.
Oh, shut up already. Take them down.
We will never forsake her.
No retreat! Lilith will be embarrassed by your weakness.
Our loyal soldiers aren't the simple punching bags you've come to expect, are they? Somehow these humans, these mere mortals, dare to stand against ye fearsome gods. All impossible with mother!
At least monsters are wild and unpredictable. These Rentamercs have no gumption.
What do we need to do? So this is gonna be fine as a KO.
Was that truly your best?
Do we need to now knock this bad boy out of rage?
Whatever gets the job done.
Well done. Seems like that's the last of them.
That's not a bad fight.
There are more heads to the Hydra than you will ever comprehend, heroes. This is a minor setback at most.
Well, at least we don't have to listen to you any longer today. I consider that alone a victory.
Well done. If Hydra wasn't paying attention before, they are now. Stay sharp.
Who's that? Sabretooth.
Count on it.
Is that a kitty cat? It looks like Sabretooth. Victory! We got another comic. Change difficulty heroic. Increase challenge and reward combat modifiers in your health. Sure. I mean, maybe it could be a mistake, but we'll see. Tutorial. Mission rewards are tied to hero level as a hunter against combat reward. Don't worry about leveling every hero as hunters level increase. Any weak heroes will automatically level up so they don't fall behind them. Cool. Before we dive into that, I think we are going to call it here, folks. That's another episode for our Marvel Midnight Suns playthrough. So thanks for watching. If you like the content, like and subscribe. Leave any feedback in the comments, and I'll check you on the next one. Cheers.